So I remember this one time. It was Kayla McKeithen's birthday party. That was a disaster, by the way. No disrespect to her, but it wasn't a disaster because of her. It was a disaster because of what they
outside
things. Yeah. And I remember one thing, and I'll never forget this. When you and Meek Thomas, the Boom Bap Baps, right? Mm-hmm. You guys were performing your heart out, and it seemed like. You know what I'm about to go with.
When you mentioned her birthday party, I'm like, okay, there was a multitude of things that night. Yeah. At least for me.
So, I'll say my point of view from what I saw that night. Yeah. Can you check the camera real quick? Are you good? Okay, so that night I remember one thing that stood out, and this is like one of the first times me and you had like a real heart-to-heart. Because before that, it was always like, what's up, party, dap it up. For sure. But I remember you guys were performing your hearts out, and it seemed like it was a dope song too. I was getting into it, but it seemed like nobody was paying the mind, and it seemed like maybe it was like a time and place type thing.
I was literally about to say it's just the wrong.
That's why That's why I was like, it can't no blame on her. Right. But you got off the stage and you seemed a little upset, not because of the people that weren't giving you mind. It seemed like you took like a personal feeling about certain people that were not giving you. Helping you out, supporting you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And I always remembered that because I was like, man, I feel you when it comes to that. Because we have our friends in our lives, and sometimes when these people, certain people, don't give you that energy or give you that support, you kind of take that a little personal. Yeah. You have a room full of people, nobody listening.
Right, especially if it's a room full of people, like you said, not really vibing or whatever. It's like at least I expect you guys to be doing that. And that was what? That was like
2012.
10?
No, 10.
This was
it was 2010.
Like 2010-ish or whatever. I do remember that at the A&M Theater.
And I'll say this before you go on with that, though. I made it clear that I was going to support you no matter what, because I started off stand-up as an amateur stand-up. And you, I believe it was Ashley McLean. I don't know what her last name is now. I know she married.
I can never get her last name.
I can never get it.
Sorry.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. But it was like a handful of people, and you and me came there released.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I made sure I definitely supported everything you did.
Word, I appreciate it.
Yeah, so that's why I was up in that front row, just ooh. Yeah.
Word, and I remember he was too. I do remember that because I'm like, we got somebody down here. I think I probably said that.
Yeah. I remember you and me pointed at me.
Because I had no problem being vocal. You know what I'm saying about that. So.
But I could tell when you got off that stage, you were sincerely hurt by people that thought that had
it was I wasn't like crazy butthurt over it, but I was definitely like, man, I didn't really have a huge expectation in terms of people just rocking out and stuff. Because on top of that, I remember when Kayla said that she wanted us to perform at her birthday. I'm like, I don't know if this is really gonna be the right place, but she just was really adamant about it. She's like, no, I really, because she was like, I really want y'all to come through. I really want y'all to do this. I think you guys are tight. So I was like, all right, I don't think it's the right, time and place for it. But, we did it anyway. And it kind of turned out how I anticipated, But, like you said, I knew there were some people in the house that night that I felt like, could have definitely supported a little bit more and just kind of showed a little bit more love. But that's how it goes sometimes. So
absolutely,
we got off the stage. I was like, all right, so be it. Where the drinks at?
Yeah, exactly.
It's all good.
So moving it on to present day, when you guys are both doing your things when it comes to production, and you're now active in another podcast, and I'm very proud of that as well. Do you guys have that same feeling with maybe some of these people that are in your lives, like, oh, this is my man's, but I'm not really feeling that support?
At least not on my end.
No, I cut those people out of my circle.
Right, that's the thing. Like, if I feel like you're not really riding, you know what I'm saying, and not that I'm expecting you to just be gung ho, like,
definitely.
Nothing like that.
You ain't got to wear my T-shirt.
No, I'm
just
not trying to
say what's up. Yeah,
front stage with a
exactly.
With nothing like that.
You gotta be a groupie or a fanboy.
Nah, but just I don't expect anything from anybody, honestly.
Right.
I don't have any expectations. It's just I'm comfortable in what I do.
Okay.
So it's like if anybody vibes with it, like I don't reach out. I don't look for people to say anything. Like I appreciate the unwarranted like compliments, or just people just out the blue, that somebody over in damn New Zealand somewhere, like, yo, I check your SoundCloud, I really like your music, and not asking for tracks. Like I don't mind you asking for beats if you're an artist,
but they just
people who who just like music and they're just like, yo, like I really like your stuff. So that's always a good feeling.
That's what's up, man.
Hell yeah.
You ever so just like him, you're just like, you cut the fat out, huh?
Cut the like you said, I cut the fat out. I mean, just you have to, like in this kind of industry or entertainment industry in general, you gotta like cut your circle. Because if you don't, you ain't gonna never make it. Or if you do make it, you're gonna be broke. You're gonna have people like just take, not even money wise, but you're just gonna have people taking your energy,
right?
Like draining your energy. So,
I'm starting to learn that really quick with this podcast too, because like I said, I've done stand up before. I even had a business before, and I felt like sometimes I had a lot of these friends that I felt were genuine friends, and I'm just like, where's the support? I mean, like you said, you don't have to wear my T-shirt or nothing, but where's the vocalness? Where's your presence? Right. But I'm starting to realize that a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, you know what?
You can see it too. Like if you do something and somebody support, like if you support somebody, like just being there. I mean, you ain't gotta, even if y'all don't do the same genre of music, you know, you just show up, show your general support, and if that person doesn't have the, to be able to do that, then that should tell you right there. I mean, everybody's not gonna make every show, but you can comment or something like that.
Yeah, just to know that. Just to know. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. This guy lives in Cali, but I can't do everything for him. But when he posts that SoundCloud stuff, I'm ready to hear that real quick. Sure. So I mean, it's the small stuff in life, but like you guys both said, it's time for me to stop taking that too seriously. I'm grown, man.
It's nothing you take personal, man. It's just like everybody's not, even the people that are your friends, they're not always gonna either understand,
right?
You know what I'm saying? What you're trying to do, they're probably just like, oh, what's this? Why you got people sitting around talking to each other? You know what I'm saying? What's this podcast business? You know what I'm saying? So it's not always stuff that people understand.
And a lot of times, a lot of our friends in different areas, we have different common denominators, because this is a common denominator we have, like entertainment and music and stuff like that. Right. And I have other friends that our common denominators might be cereal or puppies, whatever. Sometimes we got other things with other people that we Yeah, that's what's up, man.